Hello, my name is Saúl Suárez del Real, and this is my final project for CNG 202. I created some menus and submenus in order to get to issue some commands in different areas, and I use labs 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to do that. I'll be able to issue some commands from a menu to this current VM and which is VM1, and I'll be able to issue commands over to VM2. And using menus and submenus can help a lot to do things faster if they're everything in place already, but also the use of menus can also make users forget certain commands, and they have to look into the the manuals and search for commands that they probably forgot already. But it is a good way to do things a little faster, and it's a kind of fun to go over this. I did notice that when I was doing the submenus, when I was accessing the other VM, like from VM1 to VM2, I was able to get there, but there are certain things that you will not be able to do, or at least I was not able to find the answers for that, like uh, trying to, through a menu, try to do a vim into a file on the other um, VM. I can do it if I do it from the command line, but not from the menus or submenus. But it is still something that maybe I need to work on, but I will. In the meantime, I will show you all what I did from my project. I call my project just final, and this is how I invoked it. I go to bash final.sh, and it'll bring my first menu. As you can see, the main menu has the VM1 Lab 4, some menu options, the Lab 2, so the menu options, Lab 3, menu options. Option 4 has VM2, Lab 4, 5 menu options. I said 4, 5 because it'll be like Lab 4 doing the pulling the information from VM2, and a little bit of Lab 5 because it's a passwordless access. So that's what we did on Lab 5. And then, of course, we have an option to quit or you know, go back to where we were before. Now, I'm going to start with option 1. So I go option, I type 1 and hit enter. And this is what we did on Lab 2, on Lab 4. And I'm going to be going over all the options real quick. So option 1, it'll display my files here. Option 2, the device layout of the system. And then option 3, the last 10 lines of the log5 var log dmesc. And lab 4, option 4 displays the RAMs. And lab 5 also displays other things that the system CPU that we can take a look at. If I use any other option, it's going to tell me that it's wrong. I have to use one of them, 1 to 5, or Q to quit, or return in this case to the main menu. So I do a Q, and I'm back to the main menu. Now I'm going to do option 2 for the menu, lab 2 menu options. And here I'm doing the grep. The grep and VM1 for a file, but I also do a grep on VM2. Like the first option, I'm going to go to list the contents of docs and cats file in VM1. As you can see, they're right there. I even put this file is on VM1. Hit enter to go back, and then I select option 2. I'm just going to do the grep with docs and cats. So there you are, just docs and cats. If you see down here, Chili doc is the very last one in this file. So I hit enter, go back, and then now I'm going to do option 3, which is going to list the contents of dogs and cats file in VM2. And it's going to take like a couple seconds before it actually brings everything back, because it's going to VM2. Actually, if you go to the top, you're going to see that I have clone of Red Hat. That's my VM2. I have to have it up, otherwise I won't be able to connect to it. Now, if you see this file, this says this file is on VM2. The HackDoc, Catalytic were in the other one. So I press enter to get back there, and then number 5 just to grip dogs and cats on that same file on VM2. Again, takes a couple seconds, and you can see it's right there. So this kind of commands you can issue, and you can get your displays back or retrieve information. So now I'm going to do a quit. So I'm going to return to the main menu. Now I am going to do option 3. Option 3 is like the lab 3, and in this case, it's I already have a few things already in the menu, and that's why I say that sometimes if you use menus a lot, you can miss or start forgetting commands. But in this case, number 1 is I'm going to create or add the date to the file my job with a one-time task. And when I do a number 1, as you can see, it's going to do this at this time. I don't know why it gives me this command not found. I haven't been able to fix that, but it's still working. So when I go to verify it, it's there. So I keep doing it, that it's there. Oh, now it's gone. And now I go number 3, and it's going to display the contents of it. And as you can see, now it put the date on that file. And that's what this option 3 does. Now, option 4, I was trying to create a cron job to a menu, but like I said, it will access Vim, but it will not display it. So it's kind of hard to do it like on a blind. So I created already a cron job, and when I do the 4, I can display the cron jobs that are assigned to me, or my own cron jobs. As you can see, I have one cron job, and in this case, you can see what's going on with it, what it's going to do, and of course it's probably not going to run for now, but if it was running, then we can go to this file, and then you will see the date also being added to it. So now I hit enter to go to it. Then if you need to cancel the jobs, your own jobs, I can use option 5. I want to remove all of my cron files. So now they should be gone. So if I go back to number 4, this is no cron tabs for me. So it's like I said, it could be helpful, but overuse of it could be dangerous. So then I go back to my main menu. Now I'm going to go to number 4. Number 4, when I go there, you can see it's going to be actually doing things on VM2 from VM1. And in this case, if I go to option 1, I'm going to ping Red Hat on VM2. So if I go here, number 1, hit enter, you're going to see it's ping it. I only did it for 3 times, and you can see it's actually connected to it. Then I hit enter, and then I'm going to do an SSH to Red Hat VM2, passwordless. When I hit enter, it takes a couple seconds to do it. I only get this Red Hat VM2 for some reason. When I do an SSH from a menu, it will get there, but it will not show the command line from VM2 unless I issue the command directly from the command line. So I think that's a limitation. There may be a way to do it. I haven't found it yet. Probably going to work on that during the summertime, but I will try to find the answer. I did spend a lot of time trying to find the answer, but I couldn't get to it. And then from 3 to 7 is the same as the lab 4. The passwordless was from lab 5, but from 3 to 7 is lab 4, but pulling all the information from VM2. So if I go 3, it's going to display all the files in that directory or my directory, but like I say, it takes a couple seconds, and I did it with the ls space -l just to show all the rights to all my files. And then number 4, the block device layout on VM2 is right there. And then the last 10 lines of the log DMS ESG, they're there. And as you can see, every time I hit enter after the display, everything is clear and the menu is shown again. Then number 6, the RAM on VM2 in human readable, so it's right there. And then number 7, the CPU on VM2, and it's being displayed right there as well. And then if I put any other option, it's gonna tell me it's not right. It will only accept options 1 to 7 and then Q to return to the main menu. So I do a Q to go back, and then as you can see, I'm back to the main menu, and then I'm going to do Q to quit, and now I'm back to the command line. So this is my project. I think it could be used a lot, but also the overuse, I believe, could be dangerous. Hope you enjoy it, and thank you, and have a great day.